Back inside the Palestra, Lukas Richie squaring off against Kevin Lopez in bonus wrestling action. Some extra matches here on the mat. Andy, one of the things that we've been talking about basically all evening is the senior class and what it's meant to the program and what Roger Reyna's group here has been able to build and contribute to. And it doesn't happen without players, or wrestlers, I should say, sticking through for 4 years and seeing it through to the end.
30 seconds.
And I may or may not be speaking from experience when I say that it is not easy to wrestle for 4 years at a collegiate level in any way. You know, a lot of these guys are stuck behind top 20 wrestlers, you know, guys that may have been state champions, state place winners, and it's a grind. You know, you may come in as the hot shot, and they may recruit the next Dan Gable. So to stick with it for 4 years is a real accomplishment. To commit to that level of competition, that level of training your body, not to mention balancing the rigors of academia at an institution like Penn. It's an admirable thing to do. So I have a lot of respect for all of the guys that were honored here tonight, whether they were starters or not. These are guys who are bound to be successful. You know, I got a chance to talk to Malachi Wiley earlier as a guy whose career was affected by COVID 1 year and, you know, stuck behind some really talented wrestlers, but a guy who's got a really great job lined up next, and a guy that I wouldn't bet against to be incredibly successful in the next phase of his life. And it's the same across the board for all these guys.
Well, and you know, that's the payoff, right? Because it's one thing, you were talking about guys who are ranked in the top 10, top 15, also having to balance bio labs and economics classes and things like that. What if you're stuck behind those guys? You still got the same time commitment as all those guys and the same classes. I mean, that is, I'm not saying it's a greater commitment, but it'd be harder for me to be in that seat and to see it through.
Not to mention that when you are the training partner, when you are not the starter, you are often the guy that the coaches are allowing the other guy to use his moves on and get beat up consistently. So you are in there. You are lifting with the team. You are taking your lumps in the room, and like you said, you're brushing it off and wiping off the blood, and you're going to biochem class at 9 o'clock in the morning right after.
See, that's even scarier to me when they're working on the moves. You're like, wait a minute, you don't have this one figured out yet? This one could go wrong? Come on, man.
It's less that it could go wrong. It's just about making sure it goes totally right.
Okay, totally right. Yeah. Lukas Richie's having a good time here wrestling one more time on this Palestra mat in front of the senior day crowd here. Going against Kevin Lopez.
30 seconds.
Going right to the cement mixer here. Look for him to finish this one up. Really tough to get out of this position.
And there's the pin on senior day. Good for Lukas Richie.
And look what it means to him to be able to do that in front of his friends and family. Look at the joy in his face. Get a bit of mat time, lock up a fall, go out in style.
All smiles for Lukas Richie.
Finally, this evening at 184, it's Eric.
That's a guy who's saying that, yeah, all the time was worth it.
All those 6 and 7 a.m. lifts, the 12-mile runs with the team, to be able to get a moment like that, to share it with your family. I'm pretty sure his mom's sitting here behind us, and all smiles all around.
So cool to